What I really want is to speak to Joe Ollis, because at this time last week, I sat here and I introduced Joe Ollis from the One Can Trust, and then I basically sat back for 18 minutes and let her tell you the situation from the One Can Trust, which I think, Joe, since the 7 days since we last spoke, I think it's changed a bit, hasn't it?
Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you. Go on then, tell us what's been going on.
Well, I did rather talk a lot last time, so I do apologise for that. But I had so much to tell you, and this week I've got so much good things to tell you. I'm so excited, I'm bursting. The power of going on to your radio station last week was phenomenal for us. Let me start on a serious note, though. We have found that our referrals have gone up again, and they are now around 450 men, women and children a week that we are feeding in our area.
Right.
So I know that's incredible. But, we asked for street heroes, everyone to stand up and open up their front gardens and put donation points in.
Yes.
We've got 25 amazing street heroes from all over Buckinghamshire, South Bucks. I don't know what's gone on in Marlow, but we've got 7 alone in Marlow. I mean, it's just outstanding.
Oh, guilty consciences in Marlow, that's what it is.
So thank you to Marlow. No, seriously. And we're going to be talking in a little while to a lady called Liz Blackman, who listened last week, and you tell her story. But can I tell you, I've been to her house this week, and she has filled my car to the gunnels 3 times already. Absolutely incredible. And I've just heard from a lady called Di Creswell in Manor Park, and she's just given 30 bags of food in this morning to One Can. So thank you to all of these street heroes. It's amazing.
Yeah, so these are people who are not directly collecting the food and giving it. They are collecting it from the people around them. Do I understand it correctly?
That's correctly. I've done the same this week. They've put flyers in all their neighbours' doors, which I've done in my road here in Beaconsfield, and they've said that they'll have a donation box out at certain times during the week for people to come and put the food in. I think Di Creswell just opened the back of her car and said, please fill it. And probably, so Manor Park did. I mean, yay!
That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Di, thank you. Thank you so much.
And please pity me today, Jonathan, because I believe it's going to be pouring with rain. So my husband gleefully says to me between 2 and 4 o'clock today, and I personally will be standing in the car park at the back of Marks and Spencer's in Beaconsfield with my banner and my little box, pleading for people to give me some cans.
OK, I hope you'll be pleading with people on the way in so that they can respond and put it in the bag in the way out. Is that the idea?
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. And, of course, social distancing as well.
Yes, well, it's no good grabbing people on the way out.
Indeed. But please, everyone, go to onecantrust.org.uk. We've got a secret weapon on there at the moment, Jonathan, which I believe you're going to be talking to at the end of our interview as well.
Do you mean Henry?
No more. Oh, sorry, you've given the bag away. You've given it away, haven't you?
Yeah, Henry deserves all the mentions we can give him. We'll leave it at that and come back to Henry a little bit later on, because
okay.
That is going to be great, that is.
Great.
But also, the Wycombe Wanderers thing is still going. Is it still going?
Oh, my goodness, £5,500.
Which is not bad for a target of 2,500, is it?
It's pretty good. Absolutely, we can't thank them enough. There's a lady in Marlow called Natasha Summers who has started crowdfunding for us, and she's raised £980. Which is just incredible. So please, everyone, please donate. Please send us food. We need tinned meats. We need tinned vegetables, tuna. You know this song, Jonathan, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Long life milk, all the vitals, please, in our community, give us some food. I'd just like to give a couple of shout-outs to a couple of other people, because it gives our lovely listeners an idea of the people that are helping. There's a lady called Sadia Hussain who lives in Beaconsfield, who has been a long-standing devotee to One Can Trust and has regularly cooked for us. She has made today 50 portions of fresh chicken curry, and I am personally picking them up, and we are going to be giving them out. Isn't that incredible?
50 portions.
50 portions, can you imagine? And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Chiltern Business Connections. They're a business group that meet up in High Wycombe. They've become like our family. They are incredible. I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, and from me to all those people that Joe just mentioned, thank you so much on behalf of the One Can Trust. But also, Joe, I think it's important to say that all these people are not helping the One Can Trust. They are helping the people that you help.
Exactly. I've been a trustee myself now for 2 years, totally voluntary. I give so many hours every week, and when I meet those clients, I think to myself, it's worth every hour that I give.
Yep, so it's worth all the effort you can give, even if you're just going to Marks and Spencer's in Beaconsfield, get 1 can extra in the shopping and give it to Jo on the way out. And tell her what a great job she's doing as well, because if it's going to rain this afternoon, she's going to need all the encouragement she can get. Jo, we will leave it there because we're going to move on and talk to Liz and then Henry before 11 o'clock, and we don't want to have to cut them short for the news. So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for giving us that update. Can we do it again next week? Because I think the numbers might even be different next week.
Do you think you can cope with me again next week, Jonathan?
I can bear it if you can.
God bless. Keep safe.
Thanks, Joe. That's Jo Ollis from the One Can Trust. And seriously, I mean, we're being bright and breezy about it, but seriously, this is a serious thing. You're not actually helping the One Can Trust. What you're doing is making it possible for them to help other people. And those other people are in the position. And so if you've been in that position, you will know what a strain it is of going into the supermarket and not buying that because I haven't got enough pennies for that, and that sort of thing, having to choose between this thing or that thing, both of which you need, but you can't afford both of them. If you've been in that situation, you'll know what it's like. If you've never been in that situation, consider yourself very blessed and do what you can to help people who are in that situation. Okay, we'll have a tune and a couple of words, and then we will talk to Liz Blackman about why she's doing what she's doing. 11 o'clock, it's mid-mornings on Wickham Sound. I'm Jonathan Pagden. Hope Friday is being kind to you so far. If you were across these airwaves this time last Friday, you would have heard Jo Ollis telling us exactly what was going on at the One Can Trust and how they needed help. One of the people listening to that was Liz Blackman, who also known as Liz Darch, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Liz, hello. Tell us what you've ended up doing as a result of hearing Jo last week.
I will do. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's strange thinking it was only 7 days ago now.
Yes,
but
isn't it?
listening to Jo's interview last week hugely inspired me. I'm home tutoring a 4-year-old, so I knew I was limited with the kind of volunteering that I could do. So we decided to put a little plastic box outside the front of our house with some very homemade signs, and I contacted our local church and my son's local primary school just to let them know the plan. And several hours later, I popped my head out to see if anything had been donated and was just overwhelmed. The box was full, and we realised one box wasn't going to suffice, so several more got put out there. And within 5 hours, all 4 boxes were full. So we suddenly realised this was a bit more serious. So a gazebo has gone up, the signs have become more professional, and it's overwhelming. On a daily basis, we almost have a carload of food, and we're just blown away by everyone's generosity.
How brilliant is that? So is it just purely that people have seen the sign and thought, I'll help?
100%, and people want to help. You know, these strange times that we've got, it's limited what people can do, and just being able to stroll past and put some food in, and our messages, you know, just like Jo's been saying, if you can just afford 1 extra tin, you're shopping for the week, and what a difference it's making. It's made our community really come together too, obviously via social distancing, but you know, it's become a bit of a hub. There's an energy there now. People that didn't think they could do anything to make a difference, they're enjoying the high spirits and realising we now all know our neighbours' names, which in our busy lives prior to this, you know, we're all too busy doing other things. It's just made it a hugely positive energy.
Yeah, you know, sorry to interrupt you.
Watching my 4-year-old, who, you know, we've got a little laurel bush that runs around where the gazebo is. You can just about see through. And my 4-year-old thanking everyone as we hear the tins clunk into the boxes. It's amazing.
Give people a shock when the hedge says thank you.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah. I wonder if you've put your finger on it there, because I was thinking last night at 8 o'clock when we all stood in our front doors and clapped for carers, and I remember thinking when we'd finished and we're going back inside, and I thought, in any other situation, we'd have now all been out there in the street and talking and in sort of saying, shall we, and arranging to have an urn to make some coffee, and basically ending up with a street party, which is exactly what we can't do right now. But
Exactly.
I do wonder whether you've got the same thing there, that people are seeing something that, yes, that is a little thing that I can do.
100%, and these little tiny things are making such differences, and it's lifted everyone's spirits, certainly locally here for us. And we've had some, amazing things that have really touched my heart. On Easter Sunday, one of my neighbours, a little girl, walked over the road and put a note into our donation pot, which I'm assuming was her Easter pocket money.
Oh.
And it's these tiny touches that are amazing. On one of the very, very hot days, we had an 18-year-old boy walk quite a distance with 2 huge carry bags filled with cans. And it's these things that just keep your morale going. Very, very proud to be British at the moment.
Do you think it's just a temporary thing while this corona crisis stuff carries on, or is it going to continue?
I think it will continue. I think there has to be positive change that comes out of this crazy time we're going through, and I really do. I think people are having time for other people. It's so important.
Let's hope that when normal service is resumed, that normal is not quite the same as it was before. Maybe that's...
Yeah, in a hugely positive way, I agree. I really hope so too.
Well, that is fantastic. Liz, do keep it up. And the surname thing is Blackwood is your married name, yes? Blackman.
It is, yes. My husband was very upset that I was called Liz Darch this morning. So, yes, Liz Blackman now. It's actually 2 years, so I should really be called Liz Blackman.
Well, in somebody's records, you're still Darch because that's the name I was given. So, Mr. Blackman, I apologise. Wasn't my fault. I just read what I was given. But anyway, well, congratulations on the not-so-recent now marriage.
Thank you so much. We're going to put, the latest edition, we're going to put a book exchange out today. So for anyone being kind enough to drop any donations of food on, they can help themselves to a book to read.
Now, isn't that an idea? Now that's what I call parallel thinking. Parallel thinking. Excellent.
Exactly.
So you end up with not just a book stall, but a book exchange. So you could get people in future weeks bringing the book back and taking another one.
Absolutely.
This one is definitely going to run and run, isn't it?
I think so. Every day it seems to be getting a little bit more complex out there, and everyone's thoroughly enjoying it. So I can't encourage enough people to get outside and do the same thing.
What a fantastic thing. If there's one near you, contribute to it. If there isn't one near you, then why don't you start one? That's basically the message,
100%.
isn't it?
Let's get as many as we can and get these people fed.
Yeah, well, that's what it comes down to in the end, isn't it? It's wonderful to have a good time and to get to know people, but in the end we are helping people with food who might not have the food otherwise.
Absolutely.
Liz, we wish you well. Keep the stall going.
Thank you, Jonathan. You take care too.
Get to your 4-year-old to say thank you to absolutely everybody, because that is obviously a very valuable thing as well.
Also collecting rainbow pictures, which the church are collecting to put into prescription drops and food drops, so any rainbow pictures are welcome too.
Yet another strand for your stall, Liz. What a fantastic
it's a large
thing.
gazebo.
That is a fantastic thing. So rainbow pictures, bring a rainbow picture, bring some cans, bring some food, take a book. What a wonderful thing. All ideas that we can all do in our own streets. Let's carry on and do it.
Absolutely.
Liz, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Jonathan.
And
take care.
in a moment or two, we're going to be talking to Henry. Sit down next to me, because that's what's going on all over Wickham. It's amazing. We've heard Joe tell us from the One Can Trust about the effect that the last 7 days have had. We've heard from Liz, who heard what Joe was saying last week and has acted on it. Somebody else, elsewhere in Wickham, who acted on it is Henry. I think his mum, Katie, is actually holding the phone at the moment. Katie, hello.
Hi.
Hello. So, Henry is with you. Let's ask Henry, shall we, how old he is.
Go on then.
Hello, Henry.
Hi.
Hello. How old are you, Henry?
I am 6 years old.
Wow. So you heard on the radio last week that people needed to collect food.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
So I was worried that people could not donate if they couldn't go to the supermarket. We looked at Facebook to see how we could help. We decided to put a box outside my house.
You put a box outside the house, and was there a sign on it?
Yep.
What did the sign say?
Please donate here.
And what happened?
My neighbours in Piddington are amazing because they have donated lots of yummy food.
Wow.
How many cans have you collected in 3 days, Henry?
I have collected 51 cans of food.
51 cans of food in 3 days. Wow.
Yeah.
That
And quite a lot of pasta, isn't there? How much pasta did you collect so far?
6 kilos of pasta.
6 kilos of pasta. That is an amazing thing. So where's it going to go to, Henry? Do you know?
Where we can...
1 can.
Yeah, because do you know what they do with it?
Yeah, they deliver it to people who don't have much food.
Wow, that is an amazing thing. Henry, thank you for doing that. That is a great thing to do, and keep doing it, because all the while the box is there, the people will keep putting things in, which is great.
Yeah, we've decided we'll do it as long as we're on lockdown.
Well, there's no telling how long that'll be, but
No, that's right.
I'm sure there will be a lot more. Katie, was it Henry's idea? Did he come to you and say, can I put a box outside?
Yeah, it was. We were just sat and watched telly one day, and he came up and just said, "Mummy, what happens if people can't go to the supermarket? They can't donate to 1 can. So how are people going to get food?" We've always supported 1 can, so we'll quite often drop cans off in the supermarket. But we haven't been to the supermarket for weeks. And it was obviously something that was just niggling at him over this lockdown period, as, lots of other questions. So we acted upon it. We did look at Facebook. We saw someone else in the street drop, so we emailed 1 can and said, could we do this? And within a couple of hours, Henry had written a script, and then was directing us outside the house with filming him. And he put it on our community page, and the response from the people in Piddington, like Henry said, has been amazing.
What you're not saying was that he was obviously being a bit bossy.
Yeah, totally. Whilst he can be a little bit, he's giggling away. He can be quite bossy, can't you?
You're being bossy in a very good cause, Henry. This is the thing. This is a good reason to be bossy.
It is, isn't it? What do you love doing the most?
I love shouting thank you from my front door. Everyone has been so kind.
They have, that's right, yeah.
That's brilliant. And keep it up. Henry, on a Thursday, where everybody goes outside and claps for the NHS and for carers, I think there's only going to be me that you hear, but that is for you, Henry, because that is a wonderful thing that you're doing. Keep doing it. And
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Henry. You have a nice day and keep up the good work. Katie, thanks for putting him on. That is brilliant.
Oh, no, thank you.
What a wonderful thing. And tell me, you're in Piddington, did you say?
Yeah, we're in Piddington,
Okay,
yeah.
so if you're round and about in Piddington, watch for a box outside with a sign saying 1 can trust on it. And if you're going past, make sure you go past with a can and drop it in on the way past. That is fantastic. Katie, thank you for that. And Henry, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Henry. Bye now.
Nice to speak to you, Jonathan. Bye.
Bye.